this video, I'm going to go over the power of those actionable signals in the strat. So I took this trade today on SPY Wisdom. As you can see, we hit the bottom of a broad formation. We got brought up and wicked hard right there at the bottom of this BF. Now this is a daily BF. I don't know if we can see it on the daily chart. That would be it right here. So we're coming down to the lower time frames. You can see that we got this big old hammer right here, right? Looking at a 2-2 reversal to the upside. So when I entered this trade, I said a break over here would take the daily back. Well, the daily was basically already back green. The 15 minute at lower time frames was also. And I knew if we, broke over here, which was this PT, then we most likely continue because the hour buyers would push the green and continued it. So actually we have two actionable signals I'm going to show you, but this is the first one on the bullish side. And what I mean by going from the higher time frames, having your levels marked, and coming down to lower time frames and finding entries, right? So once we broke over 541.96, 1 penny above, I entered. And as you can see, we took out this PT here, right? Came up, consolidated TTO. People took some profit, probably if you look down on a lower time frame. And then we continued back up, took out this target, and basically took out another target that I got on a lower time frame, right? And almost went and took out that target, which would have been the daily entry, and probably would have continued and filled this gap. It looked like they don't want to do that today. So that's an actionable signal. 222 reversal, actionable signal, went in force at like 541, basically 60, and we pushed on up for about what? Maybe $2 to $3. So that's how you mark your lows on a higher time frame. Look at your time frame continuity where you at, and that's why it's good to have this what's it called, strat candles and open levels active FTC on your chart, so you know where you would go green or where you would go red on those particular time frames. So like I said, we broke over, took out this target. Once we took out this target, turned to 60 green, our participants popped in, and boom, we pushed us on up to here. And technically we came in and took out this target here, right? Got the magic of the strat, right? So that was the target to take out right there on the hour, right? Boom, came, took it out, whipped it out, and then we came on down, right? So then on this hour time frame, we have a BF, which would be here, right? That's what I mean when I say in those other videos that it doesn't matter. You can find broadening formations on every time frame. This is what I mean. So, and you can see we rejected that 15-minute broadening formations. Don't be afraid of broadening formations. Just be aware that they're there and be prepared to take profit if, it decides to reject, right? So, like in this situation, being that you was in, sure you could have set your stop here. And if it, broke this level, and you kind of still would have been in profit, but just not as much. So when you get up here to these BFs, it's good to take profit or see how it reacts once it gets up there on those lower time frames. But back to this hammer, 2-2 reversal, boom. And this is the thing I was saying, that the market moves in the direction of the most twos, as you can see, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then 2, 2, 2 to the upside, right? So we can come down here to the 15-minute. And this is the candle that I had marked from the hour, so because I just within your hour. And as you can see, once we broke, continued up, pulled back, TTO, and continued on up, right? So that's what it would look like on the 15-minute time frame. So your next one that I'm going to show you is this, right? So this would be a 15-minute entry. Right, this is what I mean when you say find your way into the trade, right? Actionable signal, a shooter, right? AKA a hammer, inverted hammer. We broke this level, boom, came down, some consolidation, and we continued on down, right? And look where we at now. We took out all these targets, basically a pivot machine gun, and we're probably gonna come down and take out this target. So if we go to the hour, right, that would have been your early entry. Right, you want to be more safer, you would have took it here, just basically a shooter hammer, you would have broke, and as you can see, we're continuing on down, to come and take out this target, right? And look how it just bounced inside of those broadening formations. Boom, boom, right? And that's all it do. Expand the range. So we probably come down, maybe come back down here, get some liquidity, continue. And that can go on for so on and so on, right? Because as you can see, even inside of this same try, right, there's a broadening formation here. Right, bounced in. We hit the top of this broadening formation that I had from days ago. And look, we wound up wicking down. That was just something simple I wanted to show you. So your early entry, would have been an hour entry to the downside for puts, which to short. All right, here we go. Right. And then you had a 15-minute early entry. So what you could have did was you could have entered some of your contracts here, or some of your position here, right? Came on down, took out this target, maybe took some profit here, or continued, depending on how it reacted, or waited and added to your position here, or waited and started your position. But as you can see, that's just adding to winners. So I hope this makes sense. Don't worry about these blue and green boxes. Those are fair value gains from ICT, something I will be adding. But as you can see, on this 15-minute, we are on the way to take out this level here, right? So if you had entered here, half your position, could have took some out or added to it once it crossed. You could have took some position here or added to it, right? Depending on how you were playing it, managing your own risk, right? And took some here, maybe a stop here, or stop here, and then seeing how it react. Or just took your profit, depending on what type of account you're trading in, what type of account, how big. If you want a smaller account, it's best to take your profits, and maybe set a stop loss and profit. If you're on a bigger account, then you can afford to add and different things like that. And as you can see, boom, we came down and took that target. So this is live market at the moment, right? And we're pushing on through. And we might be coming to this downside entry for the daily. If we come through and break this daily, then we probably end up coming down, falling to here by the end of the day. So that was just something I wanted to show how important those actionable signals are, which is like a hammer, and we're just waiting for them. Like I said, I took this entry, and I actually played this twice. So I actually got this whole move throughout the day today. On my small account, I'm up about 60%. That's what I've been focusing on. So that's just to give you an idea what an actionable signal looks like and how it goes in force and how you actually enter and take profit. Boom. Enter here. Once you break a penny and wait for the push, you can put a stop right at the bottom of here, right? And, or you can go down to a lower time frame. You could go down to a lower time frame and, find your stop and find your entry, maybe a shorter stop, like once it broke, you could have went here, or you could have went to the bottom of here, or even break even once you got in the profit. So it's all personal choice, but that's all I wanted to show you. There's something else I'm adding into the course.